Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Guys, can you hear me? Okay, good. I had to switch to my phone because apparently my laptop decided not to work, so this is going to be a very cozy live session today. Someone suggested surgical gloves 5.5. I have a pair here, and I am going to try and put them on. So I will be on here until 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Central Time. So a full hour. And I could not find my baby powder, so, and I'm redoing, this room is going to be my studio now. And I am bringing all of my ASMR equipment into here, so everything's a little bit of a disaster right now. Okay. Well, we can do a mafia organ thing, but I've got to get this glove on first, and it is being a pain because I can't find my baby powder, and I'm reusing a glove that I've already worn. I'm doing great, Trevor. How are you doing? Oh my gosh. Seriously? Why? Well, if you like the loose finger look. Oh, you're trying to get over a cold? Thankfully, I usually get colds in like December, January, so I'm probably speaking too soon. Ugh. Okay, so here we go. Thank you. Yeah, we are at 1,200 subscribers and counting right now. So that's good. In the next couple of videos, you guys are going to absolutely love. So, and I am going to try to keep this channel within the, ASMR kidnapping and a plethora of different glove try-on type videos, because I know that's what you guys really like. It's gloves and horror. So, oh my gosh, it's like, no. Okay, first of all, the person that asked that, Bird, that is inappropriate, and you will be blocked if you keep it up. Honestly, like, anybody that posts an inappropriate comment, it's not cute, it's not witty, it's not funny, and you will be reported, number one, probably kicked off YouTube, and kicked off my channel. So I would rather delete my entire channel than put up with that. So just putting it out there. But no, you can go give your own self that exam. I have nothing to do with it, trust me. So, anyways, this is as good as the surgery gloves are gonna get. Yeah, so medical ASMR is strictly relaxation, easing your anxiety about medical appointments. It is not to be manipulated into inappropriate content. Okay? Boo, 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 boo. And if you guys see anybody else making inappropriate comments, call them out, you know? Because you guys are my loyal, supporting subscriber. No, I'm not, because I don't view this channel as a joke. I view it as legitimate, relaxing content. And that's where it's going to remain. There's other sites for that other kind of stuff. This is not one of them. Thanks, Trevor. Yeah, I'm not trying to be rude. I just, you know, I just don't want people to think this channel is like some big joke. I want everybody to be able to relax to it. Hi, Mandy. But guys, go ahead and request. Make your requests. I'm totally open to doing all of your requests. They just have to be appropriate requests. So, thanks. And, you know, some people do have critical comments sometimes. I don't mind as long as it's constructive, you know, but the inappropriate comments I will not tolerate. So, how's everybody's day been? Okay. Oregon Mafia. Give me just a second to retrieve my organs. Retrieve my organs. Retrieve my organs. Organs, organs, organs. I know. You may have been being serious about the request, but, you know, some people do like to joke about that kind of stuff, and a lot of people like to be sarcastic and make fun of it. So sometimes it's hard to know exactly, you know, what lane of thinking a viewer is. So that's why we just kind of like to keep all, you know, if it's not safe for work. Like, I get that's a legitimate medical exam, but I like to kind of keep it off this channel if it kind of goes into that realm, because we don't know whether or not you're taking this seriously, you know? So I'm willing to do a whole bunch of requests, just not anything that kind of crosses a border. Hi, Jackson. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that type of exam on here. Some creators may be willing to, but I'm just not really comfortable with that for myself. I'm good. How are you? Okay, so I need to find my organs. Let's see, where are they? Oh, So these are some organs. Hi, Bass. So this is a human brain, and it has been made into wax, and I am repurposing it as a candle. So I collected a human brain and I keep it as decor. So of course I can wear a medical gown. Of course. One moment. One moment. Okay. Let me put my operating gown on. Let me put my operating glove on. Okay. Okay, so I always have to put it on backwards because I can't tie it from the back. So if any of you are real actual surgeons and I'm doing something wrong, please let me know with constructive tips. So do you guys like the surgical gown sounds too? Oh, okay, why is this not working? Sorry guys, I have it. Okay, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, you guys are gonna love the next couple videos that are gonna be releasing. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, so my goal is pretty is a lot. You know, so we're at 1,200 subscribers within 5 months of creating this channel, and I'm just bordering on the 4,000 watch hours, so I'm excited, but I know we can get to 100K. We can get to 100K if we really try. And you know, every single one of your guys' comments counts towards that. All of your likes, subscriptions, Patreon memberships, ideas, requests, anything that you do to engage and support goes so far, more than you know, even constructive feedback. So as long as you're not, you know, making fun of the channel or making a joke out of it, I'm always open to hearing anything that you guys can offer. Because it just helps the channel grow, you know, and improve, so. Thanks, Pookie. Okay, so I'm going to change this gown back to the front because we've got an emergency surgery here. And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? You are going to be a very good subscriber today, and you are going to finally have a purpose, and you are kidnapped tonight to donate your heart, because honestly, my cousin, or no, my husband is dying, and his heart is not going to get better, And so you have the chance to die a true hero and give your heart to my husband. So I thank you very much, and we are going to begin the procedure, the life-saving procedure for my husband, and I kidnapped you from your home for this procedure, and I'm very thankful. And you should be thankful to me too for making you have a purpose and be worthy so that my husband can stay alive. Hey, this is just, guys, this is one of our horror kidnapping storylines that you guys like so much. This is all in good fun, okay? So, all right. So, okay, give me the casino plot then. What's the casino plot? I know the glove struggle is real, guys. I mean, they do fit, but I don't like to waste the gloves, so when I reuse them, it's hard to put them on. Ow. But the stretching sounds are good. Okay. You've got quite the imagination. Yeah, I am open to doing the rain pants and rubber boots. I did get the that white suit that I was wearing a couple videos ago. I thought that was gonna be like rubber rain material, but it wasn't. So I'm gonna have to go get back on Amazon and kind of search. And if you have a link to the boots and the pants and all that stuff, you know, feel free to link it to me. Like, I'm always looking at the links you guys send and open to buying your guys' favorite products, you know, whatever, to make my video better. But again, everything has to be safe for work or you will be removed. Just putting that out there. Hi, Chloe. But yeah, guys, feel free to drop what you'd like to see in this live. Again, I have to emphasize, make sure it's appropriate. Where I will end the live now, and that will be it. And I really want this live to be relaxing for everybody. So, yeah, I am open to looking for size 6 surgical gloves too. But guys, I have like surgical gloves like up to my ceiling right now. So I am looking to do like the medical line, like mystery medical boxes, sending them out to you guys and all that kind of stuff. Thanks, Pookie. Yes, I am excited to release that video too. It's coming very soon. And I've had a few requests for the rubber gloves, the dishwashing gloves. And so I'm going to be releasing that also. Well, I mean, I don't know. You can send me a link for the rubber boots. You can't really see your shoes that well on the videos, but if you give me like a concept idea, I can work it in. Let's see here. Okie dokie. Let's see. Oh, this is good. So that. Oh, hold on. Okay, guys, I just started a question and answer on here. I'm not sure if you guys can see the question answer thing. Can you guys see it? Oh, so I have a casino in my hospital? Okay, why isn't this question thing going away? I don't know, that's weird. Okay, so now that you mention it, I'm kind of getting some cold symptoms too. Ooh. Okay, so alright, so you want me to go into role play mode. Oh. Okay. Okay. Sure. I don't like the way these rubber or these leather gloves smell. Okay, so you said stacked pancakes. I said separate because if they're stacked, the butter and the syrup does not get evenly distributed on each pancake, and I hate dry pancakes, so I would prefer them separate. But stacked is cool too. Okay. Okay, so let me put on my leather gloves, and the setting is a casino that is part of a hospital, and I am the mob boss. So I wear leather gloves. I wear leather gloves. Where's my other one? Well, I'm starting out with leather because that's what was just requested, and then I can switch to the medical ones once I start operating within the role play. Oh gosh, where's my other leather glove? Okay, this is my next one. Ugh, these gloves smell so bad. I don't know why. I don't know why. Okay, hold on. Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I do like the aesthetic of these. So, you are in the waiting room waiting for your wife to get out of surgery, and it's taking longer than expected, so you decided to go to the casino that is part of the hospital, and this hospital is actually in Vegas, and your wife was flown out here to this special hospital to get a certain brain treatment, and it's taking so long. So you walk out of the waiting room. You walk out of the waiting room and you go into the casino that is open 24/7. And while you're in the casino, somebody gets shot. Somebody is shot in the casino. And so the owner, me, who also doubles as a surgeon, is called down to the casino. And this is happening at 1 o'clock in the morning. So me in my leather gloves, because it's cold outside, runs into the casino. So I run into the casino, and then I tell everybody to hide so that they don't get shot also. And then what happens is I have to go operate on the guy that was just shot because all the other surgeons are attending to your wife. So I walk out of the casino and put the guy that was shot on a stretcher. and you follow me because you don't want to encounter the shooter, and the cops have not shown up yet. So we walk out of the casino, and it's the room right by your wife's. The guy was shot in the head, so this is in the brain section of the hospital. And I go in there, I walk in there to the brain clinic, and then we walk, and then I pull off the leather gloves really fast, and I grab some medical gloves, and I put them on. Welcome, Shabari. It's great to have you here. Okay, back to the role play. So I'm putting on my medical gloves, and once that happens, I am going to start operating on the guy that got a bullet through his head. And then, so I try to put these on as fast as I can. I've already got my surgical gown on. So I put these on, I get them real tight, I pull up each finger, and then after that, I call my team of surgeons to help me out because this is a critical care case. So some of the surgeons that are operating on your wife come over to my room to help me with this patient, and you decide to stay in the room with the patient who I'm operating on instead of your wife. So let me put my mask on so I can operate. Where's my mask? Here's a mask. And I quickly pull one out. And then I put it on. And then, you know what? My surgical cap is nowhere to be found. So we have to improvise because this is an emergency situation. So I check his vitals. He still has a pulse, but he is not breathing. So we have to be very fast about this, guys. So I go ahead and I put this in his arm, the anesthesia and the pain meds. There. He shouldn't feel any pain now. And then I go ahead and cut open his skull, put the sonogram machine on his head, see what I need to see over there, and then afterwards, here's his brain, and I see the bullet hole, and I try to tie it up. So, I'm gonna go in the brain stem where the bullet was, tie this around, and then sew him back up, stitch him back up, and voila, he is now awake, healed, and voila, your wife is finally done with her operation, and you get to go home and sleep a nice peaceful sleep. The end. Okay, so my next request is a teacher roleplay. Okay. Okay, so you all are my students, and I am wearing my surgical gown to class today because there's been a lot of mishaps in our school, and you never know when someone might need emergency surgery. So my classroom doubles as an operating room and a classroom. So I am your biology teacher who can get away with having a clinic, and I say that it is for my pre-med students for a simulation lab, but actually it is a real operating room because there has been some creepy things that have went on in the school. So first, I want you all to sit down on the reading rug, okay? The reading magic carpet. And we are going to learn more about biology today. Now, this is latex. This is nitrile. Okay, that's it for our texture unit. Now moving into our organ unit. This is a heart. This is a heart. And if you're a good little student today, maybe you can take home a medical goodie bag today from class. And then we have an intestine. This is what an intestine looks like. And this is an eyeball. And I will not tell you where I got these because it could land me in jail. But that is what an eyeball looks like. Okay, organ lesson done. Now, we are going to go to where is my toothbrush? Here's my toothbrush. Are you serious? Toothbrush. Okay, well, I cannot find the toothbrush, but here is your dental lesson. This is toothpaste. This is what toothpaste looks like now. I hope each and every one of you are brushing your teeth each morning. Toothpaste comes in a little tube, like so. And then this is mouthwash. See the little happy tooth? It's happy because you're washing your mouth. So cute little happy tooth. And the mouthwash bottle. And I hope each and every one of you are rinsing your mouth with mouthwash. Thanks, Jackson. Each night and day. And then these are used in the dentist to coat your teeth and protect them after cleaning. I believe this is chocolate flavor. And then this is a cup where you rinse your mouth with water straight after brushing them. Sometimes they'll use this at the dentist. So all you dental hygienists, hopefuls, that was a quick dental lesson. Dental lesson over. Now, I am going to put on some black latex gloves. Okay. here is the first one. Actually, I'm not sure if these are nitrile or latex. Ugh. Okay, let's see. Okay, hold on. Okie dokie. And do you guys prefer my no talking videos or my soft spoken videos? You're welcome. Okay. So here is the first one. This is definitely latex because it's thinner, smoother. And then here's another one. Of course I will. Well, if you guys want to wear gloves so much, then you might want to check out my shop that is going to be existing soon. I will be selling some custom medical gloves, or, you know, just some gloves. So y'all can, you know, also join in on the fun. Okay, so these are very smooth black latex gloves. And these are also very stretchy. Okay, where's my mask? Where's my mask? My mask. Thanks, Ano. I don't know how you pronounce your name. Okay, so ready to begin. Just relax, 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 relax. Yep, it is lamb. It is coming probably tomorrow. It will be dropping. I gave early access to my Patreon members who pay for a membership. They will be viewing it tonight, and then tomorrow morning it will release for the general public. Oh, here's a stethoscope. Take a deep breath in and out. In and out. In and out. Okay. Now that you're all relaxed and meditated, I am going to put some gauze over your arm, and then I get a phone call. Is Medicom a different brand than McKesson? Hi, Arturo. Let's see. So I get a phone call because I'm an on-call surgeon. I get a phone call. I've just crawled into bed. I'm very relaxed. I'm sleeping. I just watched an ASMR video and I'm ready to go to bed. But then my phone rings and I have to pick it up. And I'm like, really? Really? So I pick it up and they tell me that somebody was in a car wreck and they need surgery immediately and they don't know what the problem is. So I run to the hospital, actually, you know what? I sleep in my surgical gown because I'm on call and you never know when you're gonna get called back in. So I wake up, run. So then I check the temperature. It's very cold outside, so I decide to put on my leather gloves. So I take one of the medical gloves and I throw it on because it is snowing outside right now and I want to keep myself warm as possible. So there we go. And the whole time I'm thinking, what could be wrong with this patient? What happened? And then I put my other glove on. I don't have an oxygen mask in my ASMR collection. If I did, I would use it for this, but I don't. Okay, so then I'm gonna put my other leather glove on. Oh, there we go. So I don't get frostbite and then have to have surgery myself. So I put on the other one and then I head out the door and I trump through the snow and I go to the hospital doors and then I pull them off. And then I see what's wrong with the patient. Turns out he has internal bleeding. So before I can operate, I have got to take out a piece of gum. Warm up my hands. Check to see if this patient has a pulse. He does not. So now I'm even more frantic. I put on my mask. And I say, wow, I don't think this patient is alive anymore. So I immediately administer pain medication, even though he's currently unconscious. And then I check the pupils. I check his pupils, they're bloodshot. I examine them. And then I put his eyelid back down. And then I begin to operate. I know that he has internal bleeding. It was checked before I arrived. And the internal bleeding is starting on his left side of his chest. So I get in there. Open up his chest. Stop the bleeding with gauze. Put it in there. And the whole time I'm still pumping his chest. The bleeding stops. I drain the rest of the blood out from where it wasn't supposed to go in his body. His heart starts beating again. I stitch him back up. He wakes up from the anesthesia and then he gets to go home. And then I go back to my house, crawl into bed, and fall asleep. Oh. that was my little rendition of the late night surgery, saving people's lives. So, if you are still with me on this live, I want to thank you for watching. You're welcome. You're welcome. I was planning on being here until 8, however, it is 9 till. So I will stay on here for a few more minutes before ending the live. If you have any last minute requests, don't hesitate to request it. This is your final chance. But if you want to go sign up for that Patreon membership, you can view the extra small McKesson video out already. You always get a 5-minute custom each week for free, and exclusive every Thursday. So tomorrow, one of these lives every week. So, and for only $10, so you can't really go wrong by supporting me on there. Okay, so the final request of the night is Dental Nightmare. Do you have a quick overview of a script you'd like me to go off of for that? So you come in for tooth pain, and I use this solvent, this numbing, inside of your mouth, but then your mouth goes on fire because this is actually poisonous. 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 So now your mouth is on fire, and your lips and your gums turn a bright fiery red, and you're screaming, "Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me! Help me!" And instead of helping you, I just squeeze a bunch of toothpaste in your mouth. And the toothpaste is also poisonous. And you are now no longer with us. The end. So, yeah. Alright, guys. Let's wrap up here. We have 5 minutes left of our live. You're welcome. You are very welcome. Now I'm going to bandage you up your face. From our medically immersive live stream today, you need bandage on your forehead from all of our brain operations that we went under today. Measure your face. Let's see here. I'm not sure where my measurement tape went, but we can guesstimate here. Excuse me. Okay, hold on. For all you rubber gloves fans out there, here's some rubber. But here are some more medical gloves. Oh, there we go. There we go. No, that's wrong. I've got these backwards. Okay, let me put my mask back on. I hope you all enjoyed this live stream tonight, celebrating 1,200 amazing subscribers. Hopefully we can do this again soon. Once we get to 1,300 subscribers, we will have another one. And then once we get to 1,400, we'll have another one. And 1,500, we'll have another one. And guess what, guys? Once we get to 2,000 subscribers, we will have a 2-hour-long live. And once we get to 3,000 subscribers, we will have a 3-hour-long live, and so forth and so on. And guess what, guys? Once we get to 10,000 subs, we'll have a 10-hour live stream. So tell your family, tell your friends, tell your cousins, any medical glove sound lovers to subscribe to this channel. So I will be wrapping up with doubling up the gloves. So this is the last thing I'm doing for the live. And guys, after this live, go ahead and give some of my other videos some love. Go watch them. And then I'll hit that 4,000 watch hours quicker. The sooner I can dive into making way good content for you guys. Realistic medical tools. Just everything, okay? So I want to thank all of you again for being so loyal to me. And I will see you, and 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 you, in my next live whenever we hit 1,300 subscribers.